Firstly, Aaron, how's he feeling after Monday night?
He was in this morning. Seems to be fine. Obviously he took a nasty bang, so he won't be available obviously for the weekend, and obviously for the Shells game as well. So hopefully, I think he should be back for the draw of the game.
Yeah, perfect. And just on the 4 games so far and the layout of the league and stuff, how pleased are you with the start of the season?
I would say the performance have got better. I think we put in a hell of a shift the other night against Rovers, against a good side. To get 4 goals up in Tala, it's always a good thing. We can take a lot of positives out of the game. I suppose in the game probably in early to go 1-0 down. It was always a tough one. You're thinking, listen, this could be a difficult night, but I've got to give credit to the players the way they responded, and to go in 2-1 at half time, and probably Dara's goal was a special goal, wasn't it? So it was great. So it's players can take the positives out of, especially the last game. Listen, we had a great game against UCD as well. Like probably 8 goals, scored 8 goals in the last 2 games, which is great. Once you keep saying the game against O's, probably the first half we weren't at it. Second half we were much better. But what I would say is that the performances have been getting better. Listen, and that's all down to the players.
Yeah, I'd agree with you on that. The versatility of the players, like I think, how important has that been in, I suppose, especially the previous game where you've seen Josh Owen, especially we've started on the left. He's the centre back by trade, I think it's fair to say. Moved to right back and kind of nullified the threat of Trevor Clark in the down the left wing. I suppose you're looking at Dara as another one, has played all over, going back to, I think it was against Shells, playing centre half. I suppose usually down the right wing, but he kind of found himself more in a kind of an 8 position, I thought, and did very well. Like, how important is to have like those players like Colin's another one able to play centre wing?
As I said, and it's great because when you ask them to go in and do those roles, they have no problem doing it. Like there's no issue. They go in, they do their job. But like what I say with Dara and Josh, then obviously these boys have come through our academy, so we would have played these lads in these positions in the under 19s or under 17s, so we would know that they can play. Even you look at Josh at right back, he hasn't played left back, but he's played right back. I remember, I think it was his home debut. Did he play against Waterford right back, didn't he? So Josh has that. Listen, last year I think we brought on Josh up centre forward. So he's a very, very good player, and he's quick, and you seen then when we put him up right back against Cork, and listen, Cork didn't do much. And what I would say is that he started this season very, very well, and hopefully that continues.
Yeah, absolutely. And I suppose we've kind of touched on the lads who were here before, but what kind of impact have the new signings made? Not necessarily on the pitch, I suppose, that too, but off the pitch, how are they settling in?
They're fine. Yeah, they're fine. Listen, they're good around the place. As I said, there's a good atmosphere in the dressing room. It's a tight dressing room, which is important. And every time that we've called upon them, that they've come in and they've done the job that we've asked. I mean, you'll go back to probably there's 1 or 2 of them probably at the moment are probably struggling to get in because of the form of other players.
Exactly,
and listen, they're just going to have to wait their turn, and that's just the way it is. But it's just, I think that's in every football team, really, isn't it?
Yeah, and I suppose when you're looking at and you're bringing in players like that, how big a positive is it that the players that were already at the club step up with when they see these new players come in, it kind of drives them on a bit, and you see the likes of them keeping the new lads out of the team.
Absolutely. But I just think it comes back to the player itself. I think it comes back, like I know these lads can play at this level 100%. I think they're showing you that now. So it's and what we want is competition. We want competition. We want competition in training. We want competition. And I think that drives the players on to make them even better. But I think you can see that players they're loving playing this level, and they don't look out of place. And if not, I think they're showing they're even showing us probably more than what they've shown us before, because when you're playing sometimes against better teams, better opposition, you raise your standards, and I think that's what they're doing now.
Yeah. And I suppose looking ahead to the weekend, has everybody come through the last couple of days injury free, apart from obviously you mentioned Aaron and stuff?
Yeah, I think Barry Coffey will be touch and go. He did a small bit of training this morning, so we'll see what he's like tomorrow. So I think that's probably the only one. I don't think Toby will be fit for the weekend. We'll see what he's like next week. But I think probably the only one really is probably Barry Coffey, which you probably have to make a late decision on that one.
Good. And looking just last one, just how important are the kind of next batch of games? As you said, like you go to Sligo away, which is never an easy game up there, and then you're at home for Shells and Drogheda. Like how important is it, do you feel, to kind of not only the performance but to pick up points even at this early stage of the season?
I suppose the way I look at it, and probably know for over the years, I always look at the next game. You know, I focus on the next game. I don't look at Shells. I don't look at Drogheda. And that's the way we pick a team that can go and beat Sligo. That's what we do, and then we'll worry about Shells the following week. It's always important when you're at home picking up points. That's always important, but we always focus on the next game, and that's the way I've always been. So we'll focus on Sligo. Hopefully we can go up there, keep saying, put on a good performance for the fans, and get 3 points, and then we'll look forward into Shells.
Thanks, Colin.
All right.
Colin, you mentioned some lads in the academy there coming through playing the other night. A result like that away from home against the champions and so close to winning it. Do you feel some of those lads actually kind of came of age the other night with a performance like that?
I think it was last year. I think it was last year that I think which was great for them. I think is that when we were at the top of the table and there was pressures on us throughout the season that you had to win every week. I think the players stood up to that.
They cope with that, like.
Exactly. I mean, you got to do it when you're playing for a club like Cork City. But it probably showed now the other night is that when we went up there, these players went up there and they performed. But every time I have gone to Dublin with the teams that I have, these boys come up with me and they've always performed. So when we went in, I knew they would perform, but obviously with the goals Dara got, we didn't see that one coming. Do you know? So no, it is. It's and you know the likes of Bagsy and Josh and the lads in the academies that we've had them for years, and we know what we're going to get from them.
And a result like that, again, it gives you, it must give you a huge boost of confidence to those players going forward.
But I know that. Absolutely. Oh yeah, absolutely. But I knew that anyway.
Yeah.
I knew that anyway.
But there's no fear there.
There's no fear, but there never has been any fear. Do you know? It's just probably we didn't have a great performance against Bows. Listen, going away to Derry was always difficult, but we had chances up in Derry. Do you know, if we took our chance up in Derry, it would have been a different story. Like, but UCD, you seen against UCD, they were very good, and then obviously then up in Rovers, we just couldn't hang on at the end. But it's no, listen, I know what the players are going to do.
8 goals and different scorers as well, a variety of goal scorers.
It's great.
Which is a way to have it, I suppose.
Keep it coming, keep it coming. No, it is. It's great, and great for Keats to get his goal the other night. The work that he did was fantastic, and even the movements, you know, attacking the front post and the ball from Bagsy, which was brilliant as well. Like Dara Crowley, he played in the 10. We're asking midfielders get in the box, you know. So it's keep them coming, you know, and keep putting in the performances, and keep pushing the standards. That's what we need to do.